Imagine being a parent who actually lost a child, right? And hearing this. It's disgusting. Your daughter's still there, man. She's still there. She's possibly waiting for you to not be this. Stop being this. Have you heard? Elon Musk has secured Father of the Year award for dead naming his trans daughter in front of an audience of millions. It's very cool. He said that he got tricked into, giving puberty blockers to his, quote, son. My son blank is dead. They call it dead naming for a reason. Killed by the woke mind virus is the reason I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus. So here we go. Here is Elon Musk continuously dead naming his own trans daughter, and Father of the Year award, I'm being facetious. And also just being very ignorant about trans issues and, displaying why we hate conservatives because they want trans kids to kill themselves. Trigger warning for dead naming and, all that good stuff.
Well, it happened to one of my it happened to one of my older boys, where I was.
And when he talks about this person, understand that he is referring to his trans daughter.
I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys. This is before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, he might commit suicide if he.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Yes, this I forgot to mention. This is in an interview with the now defunct doctor Jordan Peterson, the former doctor who no longer has a license, the psychologist or whatever, now trying to give his opinion on the medical decisions that trans children and their parents and a medical team make with each other.
No reliable clinician ever believed that. There was never any evidence for that. And also, if there's a higher suicide rate, the reason is because of the underlying depression and anxiety and not because of the gender dysphoria.
Where does the underlying depression and anxiety often come from, Jordan? I can tell you that it probably comes from, being a trans person and not being accepted in their own goddamn family. Just a thought. If an entire medical apparatus, right, every medical organization in the world, basically, you got the American Psychiatric Association, the American Nurses Association, among a myriad of others that I can't even think of right now, but look up the list. It's quite a list. If anybody knows any off the top of your head, go ahead and put them in the chat right now. The Endocrine Society is another one. All these different organizations coming together to say, yes, trans care is good for kids, and you should give them puberty blockers so that they can stave off the effects of sex puberty, right, of their born sex, so that they can, not have depression and anxiety and not potentially commit suicide.
And every goddamn clinician knows that too. And they're too cowardly to come out and say it. Right? And so and then we end up in exactly, when I...
If I was Elon's kid, I would transition just for an excuse to have a new name. You don't need an excuse. You can just change your last name. But I appreciate the joke.
Saw that lie start to propagate. It just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's like, I see. So you're telling parents that unless they agree to this radical transformation that their children are going to die, and you think
potentially
that's moral. And you...
No, it's not necessarily that they're going to die. It's that they could potentially die. Just potentially, there's a chance of it, right? So that's, it's fine. There's just a chance of it, right? Right, Jordan? Right, Jordan?
You think that's true? That is so pathological that it's almost incomprehensible.
Says the now defunct doctor.
I can't imagine anything worse. I can't imagine a therapist doing anything worse than that. Or sitting.
If there's two people that I want to get medical advice from, it's this guy, the defunct psychologist, and also the richest man on the planet because he inherited his father's emerald mine and popped out a bunch of kids and, basically just has a breeder kink, right? He just thinks that he's like the bee's knees. I should also mention that he has many failed inventions such as the Cybertruck, which cuts your fingers off, that he accused a hero right? Don't forget that he accused a hero who saved a bunch of kids from a cave of being a pedophile because he was upsetty spaghetti that he didn't get to use his cool little submarine gadget to go in by himself and save them, right? He was just jealous, and so he called the guy a pedophile who saved them, right? So that's cool. I'm pretty sure one of the guys died doing that, by the way. It's, cool. If there's anybody that I want to take medical advice from, it's these two chumps.
I can't imagine
very
the therapist
so.
doing anything worse than that, or sitting by idly.
And the guy who, by the way, went on an all-meat diet because he was convinced that was a good idea by his daughter, and also passed out from, like, almost, he was put on his deathbed from apple cider somehow. So, yeah, that's cool. Very good people to get medical advice from.
Remaining silent while his colleagues are doing it.
Very hinged, pathetic. Yes, very hinged.
It's
pathetic, unlike them.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
It won't stop till that happens.
Yeah.
It'll just go underground.
The people promoting this, i.e. the people who are trying to facilitate trans people getting the medications that they need, they want to put you in prison. So that's cool.
Puberty blockers are being accessed online by kids all the time through non-medical channels.
Where?
So, yeah, It's not going to stop. Yeah.
Guess what? They wouldn't have to do that, by the way. Let's say that is happening. Let's grant that. They wouldn't have to do that if they were prescribed by their doctors, which you can't do anymore in some red states because red states hate trans kids. Just like these guys hate trans kids.
Okay, so I see. So that's
I was tricked into doing this.
I say it all the time. They want trans kids to kill themselves. Don't ever get it mixed up. They want trans kids to kill themselves.
And
he wants his daughter to kill herself.
It wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs.
It is a drug that is sometimes used, or was sometimes used as a chemical castration drug for prison inmates in extreme quantities. Okay? The amount that they prescribe for a child is not nearly the amount that they would prescribe when they're trying to kill somebody. All right? Or castrate them or whatever, chemically. Okay? That's insane to say that. That's like saying they're prescribing crack cocaine to children who they give Adderall to. Okay? Like they're prescribing them a powerful stimulant that can get them addicted, which is true, by the way. They are prescribing them that. But the effect, the dose makes the poison, is my point. The dose makes the poison.
So...
which you would know if you had any ounce of medical training.
And so... I lost my son, essentially. They...
Speaking as though his child literally died. Okay? That's insane. That's insane. Imagine being a parent, and I stole this from the Majority Report who I was watching today. Imagine being a parent who actually lost a child, right? And hearing this. It's disgusting. Your daughter's still there, man. She's still there. She's possibly waiting for you to not be this. Stop being this.
They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
all right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He says.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elon just seems upset that his daughter no longer speaks to him for very good reasons, apparently. And, he's just holding this L and waving it in front of everybody's face. He's like, hey, look at me. I'm a guy whose daughter disowned him, essentially, because I can't accept that trans people are valid. Right? That's more important to me. It's more important to me to virtue signal to my audience than it is to maintain a relationship with my child. I am part of the party of family values, by the way. I'm very big on family values, by the way. Right? Very good stuff. Father of the Year, Elon Musk. And Jordan Peterson, of course, the psychologist of the year. Very good stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.